Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who puts the fun in Jurassic World, the Gates crowdfund, Bill.
Hi, everyone. And also moths flying around my face.
Oh my god. Live from off the grid.
Live from a cabin in the woods.
Oh, no.
In northern New Hampshire. It's
that would
Bill.
Be so. Don't tell people where you are. Too late. I'm keeping it in. If you could try to get murdered by some sort of like Jason Voorhees character, like during our show, that would be stupendous.
I'd be more worried about Grimace attacking me at this point than anyone else.
Well, listen, don't spoil it. We're gonna get into that a little bit later.
We'll get into that later, sure.
I should have actually prepped you because this is gonna be off. I'm just stepping outside the show for a second. I'm gonna drink. I have one. I froze it. I have one here, so I'm gonna drink it, and you're gonna like react, like be like, "No, Paul, no, Paul, no," and like pretend something crazy is happening because I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna film something.
Fair enough.
So like go off for a little while, like you did with the Ghostbuster thing. All right, stepping back into the show.
Yes, back in.
Right. So top story this week. Life finds a way, just like Mattel finds a way to screw up what should have been a slam dunk sure thing. Yeah. Somehow they just it makes me mad. This crowdfund for the Jurassic Park, The Gates, it just makes me mad because first of all, it's Hammond collection, and you like gave me this glimmer of hope. Yes. That it was Amber collection. Amber collection is the original Jurassic Park collector set, the 6-inch scale. Correct. And then they rebranded as the Hammond collection, and they shrunk everything to the 4-inch scale.
Yes.
So I showed you the picture of this, and you were like, "This is Amber. This is Amber collection. It's larger." And I was like, "I don't think so," because with the Amber collection, the only two main characters we never got were the two kids, Tim and Lex. Yeah. Right. And what two characters come with the crowdfund set? Tim and Lex.
Yes.
But they're the 4-inch figures,
right,
which we already have.
Now, so I was basing that assumption on the fact that, hey, maybe we weren't getting the Gates, that the Gates were just a prop for the crowdfund, and that the Explorer was the big piece, that we would get a 6-inch scale Explorer. And looking at the photos and the teases prior to the drop, it looked like, heavily detailed, a little bit more detailed than that first release of the Explorer for the 4-inch line. And then, like you said, two figures that we did not get in the Amber collection. The two that we didn't get.
The two. Just rubbing salt in that wound.
Man, was that rug pulled out from underneath us fast.
Well, I knew like immediately that this was the 4-inch line, the smaller line. Yeah. But you were like, no, I think it is. And I was like searching. I was trying to find confirmation because it doesn't say it anywhere. They just either assume or they want you to like get tricked and fund it.
I got excited.
So this sucks.
It does.
First of all, before we break it down, let's just say that people agree it sucks because it's currently only at 22% funded. It needs 5,000, and that's only for the base. And we're going to get into it. It only has 1,109 as of Saturday night, with 25 days left to go. They just opened up international backing because they needed it. Ideally, it would get funded, and then they would open up international, because if they have to do refunds, it's going to be a little bit tricky.
Right.
and they didn't want to deal with that.
That was the original caveat, was, hey, it has to hit 5K, and then we'll open up those international orders. And they were like, I think 2 days ago, they said, everyone gets it.
Yeah, please. We need everyone. We need everyone, because nobody
Are there a lot of international Jurassic Park fans? I feel like there are.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Clearly not.
No.
Or everybody is just like, because other than the Gates, we have all of this.
We do.
Now, we have the Explorer, not as detailed of a paint job,
No.
but also you could get it in that set with Timmy and a T-Rex for like $25 at different points at Target.
Right.
Because that set, it's probably still at Target. It just did not move. And it wasn't even like a bad deal to begin with. Just for whatever reason, people didn't want that set.
Right. And I remember going out last year and they just had pallets full of these things. I'm surprised they're not at Ollie's right now.
I know. I don't know where they went. They probably like shipped them back to Mattel, and now Mattel repainted them. Yeah, that must be what happened. So for the base level, you get the do you get the Explorer?
Well, let's
you get the Explorer.
Let's start at the very beginning. Let's start at what you get as an early bird, because there's an early bird portion of this as well. If it is funded within the first week,
which is not going to happen,
of 5,000, which is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
You get the identifying markers for every one of the dinosaurs.
This is the stupidest thing.
It is.
These are the worst, and it's funny because they used it in their video to like as the transition to show like each thing, and it's like, oh, you can own them. Like, no one cares.
Someone could 3D print these. It's the easiest thing.
You don't even need to. There's nowhere to put them. You don't sell the paddocks. You don't sell the gates.
No.
Like, what are you gonna do? They're stupid.
This is for that adult collector that's got their backyard and like the woods, and they're just like, let's play Jurassic Park, and they're just kind of plop them around, and they're just like, all right, here we go. You're gonna have dinosaurs on this tour, right?
This is one of those things that you definitely could just use AI to create in your photos if you were worried about that. Okay, so yes, that is the early bird thing. It's not going to happen, whatever. No. The base set that you get for $250 comes with the gate. Now, the gate itself, it's big, sure.
Yeah.
It's electronic. The doors open. Oh. Then it has some sound, and it plays the Jurassic Park theme, but it plays it from like a crappy little speaker. It's going to sound like trash. You could just go get a Bluetooth, speaker, and it'll sound so much better. Like,
of course,
electronic sounds from toys do not sound good.
Just get some foam board and make your own gate.
So stupid.
Right.
This is like sort of a nitpicky thing, but this is how much I hate this. I hate the little flames. The fact that they're sculpted and they just look like gummy bears. Like, you're Mattel. You're the biggest toy company in the world. Use some technology. Make these like projections or something. Like the fact that they're just little sculpted flames. Do they flicker? Maybe they flicker.
They probably. I think they flicker. Yeah, they flicker.
I think they look bad. Like when they were doing the close-ups, I was like, oh, is this just like a model to show? Like this isn't even part of it. No, this is like the main thing you're getting. So I hate that. Okay. And then you get the car, right? Yes, you get the Ford Explorer, and you get the gates.
The gate.
And in theory, if it only gets to 5,000, that's it. For $250, that's all you get. So, really banking on these other tiers getting unlocked. Right. So really, this needs to get funded at 10,000 for it to be even close to being a good value. Because right now, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, I hate it.
It is bad.
Okay.
It is.
At 6,000, you get Timmy, and you get 2 enclosure fences.
Right, but that's it.
Here's the thing. Look at that Timmy figure. It's exactly the same body as the one that you could already get. It doesn't have extra articulation that I can see.
It's got probably a little extra dirt on the feet.
It's got extra paint, and then he's got like mussed up hair because he got electrocuted. So it's like very specific. It's a very specific look for Timmy.
Right.
And that's all you get for 2. For 3, you get the dinosaur, which how do you do this crowdfund without a dinosaur right away?
Sure.
And this is funny. This shows you how not well planned out this Kickstarter is, because this is the T-Rex buck from the Lost World, and people are like, what is an Isla Numa dinosaur doing on a whatever? Like, it's a different island. Like,
Isla Sorna. How did it get there?
How did Isla Sorna get to Isla Numa? Like, he never would have been there. So, like, this is aimed at, like, Jurassic Park superfans, but Jurassic Park superfans are like, that's not right. Actually, that dinosaur never would have been by that gate. He'd never seen that in his whole life. So you lost fans there. And then finally, mercifully at 10,000, you get Lex, and then you get the goat with the removable leg, which should have been included. Like, that's just quirky enough. That's just meme worthy enough that maybe that would have pushed some diehards over the line.
Okay.
But to put it all the way at the end, it kills me that Lex and Timmy are 4,000 backers apart. So in theory, you could end up with Tim and not Lex.
It kills me
it's insane.
It should just be all there shouldn't be any tiers at this point.
There should be no tiers.
At this point, you understand how the breakdown and how everything is included with these projects and crowdfunding. This is a perfect example of that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you and I go into stores. Like, I found an Explorer. Granted, it's from that set, $6 at an antique store. You have the Lex and Tim from that kitchen set. That's been as low as $10 at Target. It's just wild stuff.
You have this stuff. Nothing is new. There's nothing here outside of the gate that a super fan would even need. And I just don't think the gate is worth it because you could so easily make your own. It doesn't even need to be a 3D object. It could just be a printout, and that's
here's what we should have done. And this is so obviously this was done for Jurassic Park's 30th anniversary. So it has to be specific to the 30th anniversary. But you know what they should have done? They should have done the trailer from Lost World.
Yeah,
do the trailer.
Do it all Lost World,
and then put in some of those secondary characters that will never sell. Eddie Carr, Nick Van Owen, whomever else. Roland. Well, they already made Roland Tembo, but you know what I mean. It's just those characters.
If there are gonna be some deep cuts here, go deep. None of this surface level kind of stuff. Like you can't. They're like trying to have their cake and eat it too. It's like this is for super fans, but super fans have all this shit already. It's so stupid.
Right.
So I don't think this is gonna get funded outside of some shenanigans where Mattel is like, all right, well, I don't even know what you could do because it's not like the last Mattel crowdfund with the Nitro Arena for the wrestling, where people were like, just give us all the figures. It's like unlock everything, but even then I'm like, no, it's stupid. Like, I don't need this. If they were Amber Collection, then you got me. But none of this 4-inch crap. Come on, get out of here. It just makes me mad. I'm just mad at Mattel. It's funny because people have had enough, and on social media they've been like, why don't you run this by me first? I'll tell you why this is a bad idea. Like, who's running the show? The G.I. Joe HasLab team should be in charge of everything for every company. They're the only ones. And even they're having trouble getting backers now. Like, they got that first extra tier, and now it's really slowed down.
It has, but it's going to speed back up as soon as it's all wrapped up.
You say that. I don't know.
I know it. You know what though? The thing is, it's like we're getting to the point now where there's just too much crowdfund coming on because they've just teased something else.
I think that's it.
Something else for Star Wars at this point. I think it's the Ghost. You hear my owl?
Oh, you have an owl. Ooh, spooky. This is the Halloween episode.
Yeah, that's right.
No, this is the 4th of July episode. You're gonna hear some fireworks in the background?
I'm surprised. I've heard some in the background, but nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm. So it's just disappointing. But I think it's a bad crowdfund. The market is oversaturated with stuff. There's just too much stuff to buy. Everybody's just like waiting for things to hit clearance. Like I'm gonna get into like all the clearance stuff I bought today, but like that's where you're waiting. You're just holding on to that money until stuff hits clearance because your dollar will go further. Hey Bill, have you seen on TikTok everybody is celebrating Grimace's birthday with the Grimace Happy Birthday meal from McDonald's?
I have seen that. It's nice to see that Grimace is getting celebrated. Happy birthday, Grimace. Those
videos though, they're taking a dark turn. I'm surprised that but I'm not buying it. Honestly, I don't think that and I'm gonna somebody pull you're literally outside.
Yeah, I'm outside. What did you think? Yeah.
You know what? I wish you had the Grimace shake because this would be the perfect scenario to prove. If only that had happened. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna prove that there's no problem with the Grimace shake because I got myself a Grimace Happy Birthday meal.
Oh wow!
I got the chicken McNuggets because we've talked about how I don't like the Big Mac.
The Big Mac, yeah, so that's safe bet there.
this is the main course here. I got my reusable straw. No turtles. No turtles are gonna die.
Oh,
for
good.
his birthday. So I'm gonna take a sip.
Okay.
And we're gonna see that everything is fine. So happy birthday, Grimace.
You know what's funny about this Grimace Shake thing? So this got released on, I think, June 11th.
Okay.
And I feel like this trend of, like, the scary Grimace stuff took a little bit longer to, like, materialize.
It really did. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an immediate thing, because I immediately had that idea, like, oh, let's do something wild like that. And then I was like, I just don't want to get the Grimace. I don't want to be that guy who's like, one Grimace Shake, please. But now it's like, I wish I had, because now everybody who's getting it, the people that are working there are just like, we know what you're going to do with this Grimace Shake. You're not going to drink it. It's just going to wind up all over the place.
Oh, my God. I don't think anybody's actually using the Grimace Shake for like the second part, because it all looks like the wrong consistency. They just got some purple water. They're not wasting the actual shake.
It's probably purple milk or like soy milk or something. It's like
that's even worse. That's even worse. Speaking of trends where we ruin food, did you hear about that? What is the wet steak challenge or something that was at Texas Roadhouse, where they would pour a cup of water on their steak?
No,
you didn't hear. Okay. I only saw it a few times, but then someone had posted a sign like at the restaurant that said like we're not letting you drink water or something. I don't know, but that didn't penetrate as far as this Grimace Shake. This Grimace Shake thing is everywhere. What do you think McDonald's thinks about this promotion? Like, is any promotion good? Any buzz good? Good buzz?
Well, you know what though? I think they did tweet out, or they did have something in response to all of these, and it was generous. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still making money off the shake, and it is bringing people into the restaurant to purchase the shake, if not the whole meal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just think like when your main mascot is a clown, and you've had to sort of retire him because people are afraid of clowns, to now have one of your signature items so closely associated with horrible death. I just wonder, at one point McDonald's is like, this thing has spun way too far out of control. We need to reel this back. We just sell hamburgers here. We're not supposed to be causing so much it's like, God forbid anyone actually gets injured filming this Grimace Shake thing, like going into the woods, and like, because people are like in bodies of water and being dragged through tunnels,
hanging on things.
I can very easily see someone going too far, and like I said, God forbid that happens. But I don't know. I almost feel like McDonald's needs to be like, stop, like enough, because it's like you're McDonald's. You don't really have to advertise. People are going to eat at your restaurant.
Sure.
It's like one of those things where it's like, you want to be culturally relevant, but if you start having like casualties associated with your specialty items, maybe you've gone too far. Maybe you've gone a little too far. But hopefully everybody's cool. Speaking of mysterious and hopefully not deadly situations, we've talked about Collector's Crush a few times on this show, especially in the beginning of the show. If you were, or during the pandemic, I should say, like in 2020. They came onto the scene, this dynamic duo on YouTube. They would do toy hunt videos when, it wasn't as easy for you to go to the store. It was nice to be able to watch people go to Target and Walmart and see what was on the shelves, so you didn't have to risk life and limb to do it yourself.
Sure.
So they amassed a fast following, and then they just were gone. Just one day, they just stopped posting content, and it's been 2 years? It's been a long time.
It's been at least 2 years, I'd have to say.
At least 2 years. No updates on any of their social. People still commenting. Be like, what happened to you guys? No answer. So you sent me a link this week to these guys on YouTube. Weird, Fantastic Toy Adventures. And the video is called Unsolved Mysteries, Whatever Became of Collector's Crush. Now, the reason you sent this to me is because they name drop us.
Yes, they did.
We, in the early days of us trying to post to YouTube, definitely had some clickbait because if you search in YouTube for Collector's Crush, you'll see our videos, because we were like mystery solved, Collector's Crush update and stuff like that. Just totally trying to get clicks, and it worked because those are still like our most highly viewed videos.
Sure,
so you might not like it, but if it works, people are going to still do it. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah. So we still don't know. It's interesting that the legend of Collector's Crush continues to this day, where people want to know what happened, and I don't know if we'll ever find out. I mean, these people are still alive, I think. I hope. You would think at one point they would jump on and be like, "Hey guys, here's my new Patreon. Like, throw me some bucks or something." Like, there's still money to be made off of the Collector's Crush brands. They should sell the domain to somebody, sell the name on YouTube or something.
Well, we just took their name, didn't we?
What? No, we didn't. On YouTube?
Didn't? Oh, on YouTube. Oh, I see that.
No,
I get that.
Yeah. No, we didn't take anything. You have that shirt.
I do.
We're not selling it though. You just made one for yourself.
Make articles of merch. Yeah. Yes, for myself.
Yeah. We're not selling. We're not benefiting off the brand. But we could, I guess. It seems like it's been abandoned.
Right.
They never got the Collector's Crush domain.
It just seems like a lot of that. I was thinking about it over the course of the week. All these pandemic rise to fame superstars that we had are gone, and it's like,
who else was there?
Well, I mean, I think Laura Legends passed well before, not passed.
She passed? Oh my God! Breaking news!
What? No.
What happened?
Well, she posted a video of a rock. We know that much.
Oh yes, she's okay.
That's fine. It. Yeah, yeah, she's fine. But no, she's gone due to health reasons. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, we don't know because
we don't know.
She was gone because of health reasons. She came back on the road to recovery. And then again, just disappeared with no, like, "Hey guys,
yeah,
I'm taking a break, doing whatever."
Bella's toy chest disappeared. Who else? SoCal Collector, he was gone.
Wow, yeah.
I think he was asked to not stop going. Well, you know what though? The thing is that he was going in and out of stores and buying like too much. I think he lost all his money doing these collection videos.
Oh yeah, that's too bad. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
But no,
we wish them all the best in whatever,
of course.
Whatever, venture they're working on now.
Yeah.
Last week we made a video. Speaking of Laura Legends, we made a video talking about her, and we also mentioned the NECA dinosaurs. And we're like, if you have any information on either of these topics, please let us know. Well, wouldn't you know? This week NECA made it official. They are the pre-orders are up for Baby and Earl Sinclair. You can get them at Entertainment Earth. $40 per figure. They each come with alternate heads. Baby comes with a bunch of his toys, his high chair.
Of stuff there. Yeah.
Lots of stuff. I feel like Baby and like if you got to think of it as a set. Because I think one of them is offsetting the cost of the other, because Earl is such a large figure and Baby is not, because he's a baby. So if you think of it as a set, I mean, it's still expensive, but I gotta get these. These are great. They look great.
These are fun. Oh yeah.
I don't know if they look as great as the prototypes.
Okay.
Like when they added the articulation and it took a little bit away. And then I think this is like, honestly, if there's still time to fix this, the iris in the eyes of Earl needs to be larger. Looking at the prototype, like we follow the guy that did the prototype for this, and his prototype has the perfect circumference of the iris, but they're too tiny now on the new prototype, and it doesn't look quite as accurate. It just needs to bump that up just a little bit, and then they'll be perfect. I can't wait to get them. 7-inch scale. They're gonna fit in right. It's funny, we're gonna have this shelf of 7-inch scale like Alf next to dinosaurs, and the scale makes no sense. But it's like they're like this collection of things I never thought I would have highly articulated, detailed versions of.
Yeah.
What else exists that we never thought we could get figures of? And maybe that'll be next on NECA's list.
Whatever we can think of to populate. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Wasn't there was like Aliens in the Family or some like short-lived NBC show? Do you remember that? They like looked like this. Do you remember the Sea Monkeys commercial?
Yeah.
they kind of look like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Capital
they
Critters,
look like that.
Maybe.
Capital Critters. I remember those
about,
toys. Yeah.
Let's just get Super 7. I mean, we're talking about NECA, but let's get Super 7 to do the Critic. Let's get Super 7 to do the Critic.
Critic would be good. I could see that.
That
would fit in perfect with The Simpsons. Yeah.
They do reaction. They could do Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Jay Sherman. Why the hell not?
Yeah. You gotta do Ultimate, yeah.
Do a variant Simpsons colors.
Costumes.
Why not?
Oh yeah, now you're thinking, yeah, Comic-Con exclusive. Oh god,
they could throw him in right with the Ultimate line right now. It's fine.
It would be perfect. It would just slide right in there. I think NECA could start looking at like commercial mascots. Mm-hmm. Do you remember? There's like I'm trying to think of it. Was it like Teddy Bear Picnic or something from Teddy Graham?
Okay.
There's like little animated version of the cookies, like the gummy bears. I always wanted Snuggle from, like the fabric bear. I would love it. Articulates. He would fit in so well with Elf. That would just be the dream team right there.
You find that
there's too many.
Funko does a lot of that. The brand.
They do in the pop. Yeah, they do. A lot of that. I don't know. Have they done a Snuggle? I feel like maybe.
They may have. Teddy Ruffskin. That's a good one.
Teddy Ruffskin would be a good one. I'd like to see that. And they could do a lot of Teddy Ruffskin because they had that live action horror show.
They did, yes.
Who is the centipede character, the head legs?
Grubby,
yeah. And then the little two-legged villains, or no arms and two legs, and they would run around, just creepy looking things. Yeah, that would be a good line. Somebody posted a video of that Raggedy Ann and Andy cartoon from the 70s. Did you ever watch that growing up?
No, I missed that one.
It starts in live action.
They're
and
large,
then it goes to
right?
Cartoon.
Aren't they large? Like they're not like puppet. They're like humans in costumes, right? Or is it something?
No. So it starts in live action, and they're just toys. So it's like a little girl in her bedroom, and then it goes to animated, where it's just 2D animation. But it's so crazy because it's the 70s. There's this character made of taffy that just keeps eating himself. And so it's like a whole pool of him, and they get stuck in him, and he's all sticky because he's taffy. Oh, it's just seared in here. We used to watch it so much. So you gotta check that out. I'll send you the TikTok for it.
Okay.
While we're talking about gross stuff, I gotta bring this up because normally I don't like the gross out toys. Like there's been a rash of poop stuff, and I feel like it's faded away a little bit.
Sure.
Like when they had the slime trend, that everybody jumped on that to make gross toys. But Zuru, who does mini brands, they're doing, what is it, gross? What is it even called? Messy? I think it's gross. Let me see if I have the thing.
Okay. Where are you finding these from anyway?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I guess what they're called. I don't know. I should probably have the name. Whatever. I think they're called gross. Gross mega minis. Mega brands. They're larger than mini brands, but they're just... So here's the deal. It's like if Garbage Pail Kids did this.
Yeah.
So I'll have some fun pictures here. I'm going to throw them into AI. But it's here's a container of McDonald's French fries. But instead of McDonald's, it says McMaggots. And it's got some slime, some translucent slime and fries. And there's actual little bendy maggots in there. These are great. There's so many layers to them. Yeah. Not even metaphorically. Literally, there's different plastics put in here. Gooey brains, the entrails. Okay. Oh my God. I love these. And... some toothpaste that instead of toothpaste it's poop, and then some extra maggots just because.
Maggots galore. Wow.
Just a lot of maggots in these sets. And then I was actually very lucky in my pulls because I got, and it's not gold, it's mold. I got a mold hamburger, and it's fuzzy, it's flocked.
Oh, nice.
I love it. I honestly,
how many per package? How many per package?
So it's tricky because usually it's it says, with the Zuru thing, it's 5.
Yeah.
So what you get is you get a sticker as 1, and then I don't like that. No. You get a bag of slime. Again, don't love that. Yeah. And then I guess you get 3 real things. So that's pretty good. So really just think of it as getting 3 real things. But it's only $8, and I feel like some of the other balls cost more. So just a ton of good stuff. So creative, so funny.
How many of them are food items?
it's mostly food. There's instead of water balloons, it's bunch of poo-loons, and it's poo.
Poo was going. It's all poo.
Well,
God.
Poo's just easy to do.
I suppose.
Oh, my absolute favorite. Let me see if I can pull it out of my little baggie here. They did, in the Mini Brands main line, they did a Bitcoin, like a physical Bitcoin, and I didn't get it, but I got the slime coin. Look at that.
That's nice.
It's like my Power Rangers coin. It's very similar. Look at the thickness.
Thick. Look at that thickness.
Yeah, it might be even a little more thick, but it's got this nice slime, separate piece. These are just fantastic. I love them. I hope they never stop making these. Gory toes instead of Doritos, and there's a toe sticking out of the bag.
These are
clever.
These are great.
Oh, okay. So I talked about the mold as like a special one. There's another special where it's stinky, and you see it's in a bag. So I'm going to open it here live, and we're going to see how much it smells.
That's excellent.
I'm going to open it here. I'm excited to smell this stinky shoe. Doesn't really smell.
Okay.
Getting a little bit more plastic than anything, though. Well, that's kind of disappointing. It doesn't smell like anything.
Are you picking up on any of my? Are you picking up on any of my audio?
Yeah, I heard the
outside
dog,
of me,
or a wolf.
Dog.
It's gonna be like that episode.
It's gonna be wild. I'm so scared.
There's some gum with like teeth and maggots in it.
Wow,
a lot of maggots. If you're a fan of maggots, you got to get these. So I love them.
Yeah,
keep making them. Send us some free ones. We love them.
Where are you buying these? Where are you getting them at?
Target has, some of them have the end cap of the blind balls.
Yep.
These were on one of the hangers on the corner of the end. So I just happened to be walking down the backside of the aisles, and it popped out at me. And I was like, I've been looking for these. So I grabbed a few, and then I went back the next day because I want to get them from the same source so that I limit the doubles.
Of course.
So far so good. So far so good. So Super 7, I don't want to put it out into the universe that they're having a hard time, but it seems like people are starting to figure out how it works with them, and they're waiting for the clearance because everything eventually, not even like eventually, like almost immediately, things are getting discounted. Simpsons figures, Animaniacs, G.I. Joe, all the Ultimates are getting discounted. So you're starting to see the pre-order stuff not receive enough orders to actually get made. We saw it with the Rescuers, the Good Brothers, the Wrestling Guys. The most recent victim, and this is a really bad sign, the Power Rangers line, the latest assortment was set to include the White Ranger, Tommy, his Zord in battle mode, the White Tiger Zord, and then a villain, Madame Woe, which we've never had in any form. And Super 7 had to announce that the Tiger Zord and Super 7 had to announce that the Tiger Zord and Madame Woe did not receive enough pre-orders to go into production. They're not happening. Apparently the White Ranger is still going to come, but that 2/3 of the assortment, and the assortment's already got bumped down from 4 to 3. Yeah. So not a good sign. And I mean, that pretty much has to be the end for this line because they already did all the Rangers, and I don't think they were going to go beyond Mighty Morphin. So in theory, they could have kept doing villains and Zords, but the market doesn't seem like it's going to be there. I mean, I never pre-order anything for Super 7, especially not directly through Super 7, because they take your money immediately. If you pre-order through Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, you can at least cancel at some points, and you don't pay until it ships. Super 7, they don't want to give you your money back. They don't want you to cancel. You really have to push them to get your money back. So it's not a great system, and the fact that they're almost using this as their own crowdfund, that's not how that's supposed to work. These things are supposed to get made because we're paying you. There's not a limit. But the reality is just not enough to turn the machine on. They were going to lose money.
Yeah.
So that sucks. That's really bad. The bad news keeps on rolling for Power Ranger fans because it was confirmed this week from Hasbro that the production of Power Rangers, which has been going on in New Zealand for years, is stopping. They're moving out of New Zealand. And this is huge news to the people of New Zealand because this was steady work for so many people. And now it's just done. And Hasbro had to put out the statement where it's like, we'll keep looking at New Zealand for like future opportunities. But that's, no, they're just like trying to keep people from jumping off the top of a building. Like it's not going to happen. No one knows what the future holds for Power Rangers. There's always been talk of a reboot, but now there's a writer strike. There may soon be an actor strike. Power Rangers is non-union, so in theory, that could be their saving grace. But just not positive news. No. Like eventually things could get better, but this in and of itself is not good news, especially for those people in New Zealand who have been depending on this work for years and years and years.
Right.
Big story over there. Big story here, but definitely a big story over in New Zealand. Let's see. So we've been talking about clearance sales. Like Target had those Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Legends. Obviously, that was a big story for us.
Strong
stuff. They've all disappeared now. All of the movie figures, they're gone. There's like the comic book figures which didn't get clearance, which is weird because they're also not moving. I don't know why those were not included in the clearance. Somebody on our Instagram is trying to tell me that the Ant-Man wave, the movie wave, has been out. But no, right? I don't think that came out.
Not in any stores. I did not see that in any stores.
And it's still on pre-order on Hasbro Pulse.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know where you got yours from, sir.
I have seen people reviewing it, but
well, sure. Exactly. I mean, you can get them. Like they exist. But even the friend from Hasbro who posts about Marvel Legends on Twitter, he was just showing a comparison of the heads to show how much larger that Eggman head is, and then how much larger the Build-A-Figure head is. So that's not something you do when these figures have been out. Are you okay there? Did something attack you?
A giant ass bug just flew by my face.
I gotta take another sip and help you with my Grimace shake.
Oh God,
it's pretty good.
I mean, you gotta be careful with that Grimace shake because I do believe that you're gonna get some kind of wild, like transitory or whatever you call it. It's gonna follow yourself up to me.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah. So you're in danger.
I am in danger.
I just there's just behind you. It's just black. I just want to see these glowing eyes appear. Like something's gonna show up, and you're just gone. All of a sudden, there's like a glitch. It's like something from The Ring. Man, this is great. We're gonna start doing this on location. What's happening?
Something that you're gonna love when I send you this video because it's just...
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the good video. I'm just seeing the webcam video right now.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so clearance. So this week, Kohl's clearance coming in big. So I think I talked about it when you were talking about all the Lightyear stuff on Amazon. That Kohl's has this 3-pack of larger Buzz Lightyear figures.
Right.
Where you have Lightyear or you Buzz, and then you have Zurg, and then you have like one of Zurg's friends.
Yeah.
It was on clearance. It was originally $60, which, are you kidding me? Down to 30, and now Kohl's is doing 50% off the lowest clearance price. So for $15,
this is exciting. These are good.
Look at this guy. Here's Zurg. My God, I can't even get him in the frame.
Wow.
He's huge.
That's amazing.
He's huge. So this is probably my favorite Buzz.
Okay.
He's not quite like a shampoo bottle figure, but he's hollow. So he's light. Yeah. So I like that. But he's got pretty good articulation. He's even got like a ball joint head.
Oh, nice.
But I want to compare him to like the Toy Story collection Buzz. So he's actually they're pretty close in size, like almost identical.
Yeah. So
this is how I wish they would make this, because he's light. You can pick him up. Like, this one's so heavy. I just don't. And, like, I just would like a Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story that was, like, inexpensive. You could pick him up. Good articulation. This size. This is the right size. Mm-hmm. And this figure is so good. I don't know. It's crazy because it's like a cheap figure, but it's great. It's just really well done. Do you know if they made any other figures this style, or is it exclusive to this 3-pack from Kohl's?
What do you mean that style?
Like this size, and then like this like cheap or like hollow plastic?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there are more?
There are more. There is a I believe there's a Buzz Lightyear in the flight suit.
Oh, the orange suit?
Yeah, and then you can attach pieces to him, and again, all cheap on Amazon right now.
Well, guess what? Guess where I'm going when we're done here. I got to get that.
You can get the yellow version of that. I accidentally purchased the yellow version of that Zurg bot. And it was like $6. So you can have that too. And the yellow, right?
Yeah. Well, I really want to buy them.
Zurg's attractive. I might have to pick him up.
Man, he is great. And they have so many left. It's like, is the clearance going to get even deeper? Or like they're just going to throw them away at some point? Sure. Just start dumpster diving if you don't want to spend the $15.
What a shame. But $15,
highly recommend
for that. You know, the
$5 per figure.
Here's the only failing I find with a lot of these Buzz Lightyear figures, especially just with Buzz Lightyear himself, is the fact that he doesn't come with a dome for the suit itself, and then it highlights the hair, and I don't like the look that much. I like the purple head cap.
Oh, you like the head cap? Yeah,
I do.
I'm okay with it because it's like it differentiates him. From Toy Story Buzz. Oh, yeah,
he does wear it. Great. Though. That's the thing.
I need someone. Can I send this to someone and have them paint it up so nice? Because I feel like this would look great with some weathering. Get some Gundam markers in there. It's a great figure. So now I need to track down the other ones. This is like my favorite line.
There you go.
And obviously it's done.
It is done.
I wonder if there's any like pipeline figures that they were planning. I mean, like the other characters, maybe?
Just spend an hour on Amazon like I do every night just looking at Lightyear figures. I really do.
There you go.
It's sad. And I'm like, do I really need this? Sad. Well, that's the thing. So they have, they had, I think it was an Amazon exclusive style. They have the Zurg bot, but they also have Izzy and who's the sidekick later on. And they have Buzz, and it's $5. 3 figures for $5.
Gotta have
It's a shame.
It's a shame. It's a crying shame.
It's a crime. But man,
we benefit.
Clearance. We do.
Gotta love it. Gotta love clearance. It's the best.
God.
Speaking of going straight to clearance,
did
you see these X-Men 97 value figures?
I did. I did see them leaked. I saw them right after I realized that Guardians did a value-sized assortment as well in that scale.
Yeah, I guess I knew that, but I just always sort of like didn't even bother.
Like, I kind of gloss over them. It's only I only think whenever they throw out Marvel stuff, I always just assume it's Marvel Legends. I don't look at the kid. Because
isn't there a Groot that comes with Cosmo?
There's a Groot that comes with Cosmo, and
it was like very cheap compared to like what the other Groot costs. And I was like, just get that one. It looks pretty much the same.
With Baby Rocket, Cosmo, and Groot.
Oh, it comes with Baby Rocket. It
comes with Baby Rocket. Yeah.
Well, the big Groot comes with Baby Rocket, at least.
It comes with that as well, yeah.
Yeah. So these are weird. It's nice that they're creating figures or like product exclusively or specifically for X-Men 97.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they look super great, like the face sculpts. No. But it's funny because it's like you're still paying someone to sculpt these. Like, don't you want them to look like the source material? It's not like back in the day where they're like, I don't have time to make toys, just throw off whatever.
They should look as good, if not better, than the Toy Biz figures.
Well, maybe that's the point. Maybe they're supposed to fit into that style of not quite there, but we still know what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine with that actually if they fit nice. But with the packaging, like no chance. There's no chance in hell. You gotta like open them up, I guess.
So what did we see? We saw Wolverine, Cyclops, and Rogue, right?
Yeah, and then on the box they show everybody. So I don't know. Yeah. It's funny that they're going. Storm has the mohawk in this version, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
But she didn't in the original cartoon.
She had that long flowing hair.
The big, yeah. So like, what's the story there? They're gonna have like an explanation where it's like something happened and she I got lice, had to shave it off. Is there like a story in the comics to explain why she went to the Mohawk?
I don't think so.
It was the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it was the 80s.
Is that how she looked in the arcade game? I feel like her character had the Mohawk. Because I was always like,
might
what?
have.
Huh? Have they ever done a figure? Did Toy Biz ever do a figure of her Mohawk?
I think they did. I think they. You know what? They were always big on like the variants.
Yeah.
And you would get like a variant head sculpt. There goes another bug.
Oh, that big bug!
Oh, God. Jeez,
oh my God! Get some citronella candles out there or something.
It's breezy out, so the mosquitoes aren't really a problem. It's everything else that I'm like petrified of right now.
Yeah, I would be scared.
Oh my God.
Hope you're okay. Did you see that they cast a new Superman?
I did.
Who looks
is this for
exactly
the movie or
like
TV show?
This is for the movie, and it's funny because he looks exactly like Henry Cavill. Exactly like Henry Cavill. What? Why did you just keep Henry Cavill? He was fine. He was great. They also recast Lois, Marvelous Miss Maisel. How about that?
Wow. You love Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I did, and then the penultimate season I could not get into, so I haven't even watched the last season. But it's nice, I guess, to have a Lois Lane where you can at least say you've seen her topless, because in the Marvelous Miss Maisel, as we've talked about, in pilot episodes, they always work in the nudity. So in the pilot episode of Marvelous Miss Maisel, she's just like, whee, at the end of her set, and then she gets arrested. Because it's the 50s? When is it? I guess you couldn't even do that now. You'd still get arrested, but it was very frowned upon back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fine. I mean, I'm on board. I have never been into Superman. Cartoon or live action. I've always just been like about Batman. So if somehow James Gunn can make a Superman that I care about, then you're on to something. Then we know he's got that Midas touch, because I could care less about Superman. It's all too easy for him.
It is.
If you could shoot a guy in the eye and the bullet bounces off, what are you gonna? Where's the drama in that? Like, oh, I got a green rock that kills him. All right, we'll just make sure there's no green rocks around, and everything's fine.
I literally saw him on a clip remove a ball bearing from the middle of his head with his laser vision. Mm-hmm. In front of a mirror. He zapped the mirror right into here, and this lead ball came out. And then he was good. Like, he was, I don't know what the story was. It was a cartoon.
Because he made the mirror into the lead, or what are we talking about?
Well, that was always the thing. There was always like this funny. There was a funny scene in like the animated show where he's got the 5 o'clock shadow, and what he does is he zaps the mirror with his heat vision or his ray vision, and that's his razor. He just clears that off. But this was like he went into like a nail salon. I forget what the movie was. Went into a nail salon, and he just was like, "Excuse me, ladies," and then he just like hits the mirror, and it goes right into his forehead.
I still don't understand. Why? Why did he do that?
He had a lead ball in his brain, like lodged in his brain. He performed like brain surgery on himself.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Someone shot a lead ball in his brain. How did they penetrate his skull?
I don't know if it was a lead ball, if there was like kryptonite inside it. I don't know.
See, it always comes back to it was kryptonite. Like, damn it,
kryptonite all.
Damn it, it was kryptonite. I got hit with a softball, but it was made of kryptonite. I'm dead. Such a lame. It's just so stupid. They had to, like, he's unstoppable. Well, we invented something that stops him. Like, damn it. So not a fan. Here are the things I don't like in order. Superman, this Mattel crowdfunding thing. That's pretty much it. Everything else is cool. Oh, you know what? Have you seen the new season of Black Mirror? You're living it.
Not yet.
Have you seen it? You're in it. You're in it right now. That's the first episode where like there's they have a streaming service called Streamberry, but it's just Netflix. Like, it looks exactly like Netflix. And the episodes are this person's life. So they're watching it and they're like, that's what I did today. So you're going to turn it on and you're like, you're filming a podcast in the dark and something's going to attack you.
Oh, God.
So check that out. Yeah, this season's weird because they've sort of given up on it being like technology turned inside out. Like they've gone so far to try to get away from the technology that most of the episodes take place in the past. So it's like cell phones don't even exist in most of these episodes.
Okay.
So I don't know if they just feel like they've like the well is dry with like technology turned against humanity.
Well, it's like 50% of the episodes were all like, let's attach a thing to the back of your head and you will be doing this. It's like, okay,
that first season,
like
though, that first season was so good. When it was still all British actors,
right.
When production. When it came to America, it got ruined. Of
course,
Netflix ruined it. But
when they decided to choose your own adventure, I was like,
that's what did it. That was definitely the jump the shark moment.
Yeah.
Because it was like so like obviously there were lots of little like hidden Easter eggs and stuff, but like you expect a lot from Black Mirror. It's like when every movie that M. Night Shyamalan made, you expected it to have this like Sixth Sense level twist that like everything was disappointing because nothing lived up to that. That's what Black Mirror did to itself. You expected there to be like this like mind-numbing, crazy, like never expecting it to happen, never seen it before. But you run out of that stuff. Like you've seen everything. Like we lived through so much shit the last few years. Like people are just numb to this kind of stuff at this point.
That's true. They almost welcome half of it at this point.
So that's why they had to go the other way and do more like straight horror. Like there's one episode, I don't know, I guess spoilers. jump ahead 2 minutes. There's one episode where it's just a werewolf and there's no twist. It's just it's like that Simpsons episode where Ned's doing his fog walks and he gets turned into a werewolf. That's literally the plot. So it's like now instead of Black Mirror being about technology, it's just like a Treehouse of Horror episode. That's basically all it is. But it's still good. It's still fun. It's just not what Black Mirror used to be.
Yeah.
So you're right back there. You're checking over your shoulder.
I am. I don't know.
You can see in the camera. Just look in your camera and see what's behind you.
I have it I'm high up.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot more to there's a lot more to this. Although I don't know.
It's like an eagle or something that's gonna get you.
Something's gonna pick me off. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Did you bring any of your toys with you? Did you bring your Mirage turtles to show off?
No, I did not.
No.
I left those at home. We funny story about those. Oh yes, you picked them up.
Here's Mayhem, Raphael.
Yeah. So last week, I had asked you if you were going to go to the drop.
Yes.
Of these Ninja Turtles, and you smartly said no. And
I said what? I didn't even know it was happening. Yeah.
Because I am a fool for remembering days gone by where there were large toy events, and I always just assume that I'm going to walk into full displays, welcoming associates who know what they're talking about.
Midnight Madness.
Midnight Madness, 8 a.m. madness. So last weekend, Sunday, my son and I, we wake up, like, let's go look for turtles. Mm-hmm. We get over to the closest Target. I took a quick video of it, made it. It's up on the TikTok, and round the corner looking for the end cap. They had the end cap set up. No, they didn't even have the end cap set up with the with the displays and everything like that. All they had was NECA, which was fine, but nothing else for Mutant Mayhem. They had it in stock, but they hadn't put it out.
Putting it out.
They hadn't bothered putting it out, and I had ordered all this stuff. And, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a line of people." There was nobody waiting outside of Target except myself. And
you thought there'd be a line?
I thought there was going to be a line.
Turtles, ninja rap,
it's turtles.
Ninja rap.
It's turtles. It's kind of. It feels like it's like the new old Star Wars at this point. There's just such a fervor for Ninja Turtles. Yeah. So
not amongst the employees though.
No, not amongst the employees. I mean, maybe if I relied on a self-scan system, then I'd be associates of the year for them. But yeah, so they had plenty of NECA stuff. I had for store pickup that Mirage set.
Yeah.
And funny story about that. They had 3 on hand. There were 2 on the shelf. I assumed that they had picked it already. So I'm like, I don't need it. They've picked mine. And then a couple hours later, when they fulfilled the order with the new turtles and everything, it had said, nope, not fulfilled.
Nope. Yeah.
Nope. So I ended up ordering it online. It came yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah, so we had it. I picked them up. Did you check
the figures to make sure you got the correct, like you got one of each head?
Yes, they all look like...
Some people have been saying that they're getting like 2 heads.
Oh, really?
Look at that. That's a nice set.
When I opened it, I had to explain to my daughter why they all had the same color bandana.
I can't even show you. You got 4 Raphaels. There you go.
There you are, yeah. To say, hey, by the way, child, this is how it was back then, before the cartoon.
My wife just walked by. She was dyeing her hair blue, and she's just blue. Her whole body is blue. She's a Smurf. And we're going on vacation tomorrow. She's gonna have to go walk around downtown Disney like an avatar, like wrong park. Oh, that's
Welcome
good.
To Pandora.
What did Grimace? This is what Grimace did. This is the Grimace's revenge.
Oh my gosh,
they're gonna be like, "Wow, you really love Avatar." Just go, like, lean into it. We'll get you the tail, the ears. They have ears, right? It's like like elf ears.
Yeah, they can go.
I know. She's like, I texted you. It's like, yeah, I know, but I can't look at it because it'll stop my recording.
Right.
It's an emergency. What do you want me to do? Oh, that's all right. Remember when on TikTok they had like the She-Hulk filter, and everyone's like, "Oh, I kind of actually look nice.
You look good, green. Yeah,
kind of look green's like a nice color on a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll just be a trendsetter. I don't know. It'll be funny. Fun quick story about my wife. My son was invited to a pool party. He's 6 or 6.5. He went to a pool party. He has learned how to swim. Recently, he's been showing off his skills. So like he can swim. Also, this pool he could basically touch, but he like floated a little too far out. He started to freak out, and he's like,
no.
help me. And like my wife is like, okay, just you can swim. First of all, you can swim, and then you can kind of touch. So just like but he's like, ah. So she didn't want any of the parents to think she was just watching her son drown. So she waded into the pool, but she missed a step and she fell completely into the water. So she's had quite the weekend.
Comedy of errors. Oh my.
Oh my poor wonderful wife. She
in-ground pool.
I don't know. I think so because they're pretty. It sounds like they were fancy folks, so I think so.
So it had the nice little slope, and he's just like, you go from 3 feet down to like 4.5 pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you're like, help!
Right.
I can't tippy-toe myself up.
Yeah, and because he has not done that thing where you sort of like you said, tippy-toe, like you hop a little bit. He's not on that. But she told him. She said, "Don't play around. Don't go like further." And obviously, So, my poor wife. Oh, updates. Last week or some week in the past, I talked about my fig swap where I bought all the rockets. Or I bought the first rocket I bought from Guardians of the Galaxy was a fig swap. It was this like Batman torso, and then this piece that I could not identify. Someone identified the Build-A-Figure piece, and it's a Build-A-Figure piece where you build that Marvel Legends guy that his body is a tank.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
Trendmaster.
Wartime or something.
Bonebreaker.
Bonebreaker. That's what it is, I think.
Yeah.
Bonebreaker's ready.
Bonesaw.
Yeah, Bonesaw's ready. So, at least it was a Build-A-Figure part from a Marvel Legend. And then someone identified the Batman torso, which is from the Dark Father Build-A-Figure set, which is the Build-A-Figure where it's like Darkseid as Batman. But I was also correct that it was not the complete piece, because the complete Build-A-Figure piece has his belt and his underoos, and those are absent. What the guy gave me. So that guy just has an extra cod piece and belt floating around that he decided he did not need to include in his fig swap. So thank you, sir. You caused me to buy 7 rockets in my insanity, in my fit of rage. I was like, I'll show this guy. I'll buy every figure I'll see. So I hope you're sitting at home knowing that you caused this.
You caused this. Now no one can have a rocket.
No rockets for anybody.
Oh.
Including Elon Musk, who completely killed Twitter today. R.I.P. Twitter. Time of death, July 1st, 2023. All right. Anything else for this week, Bill?
It's been a great week. I'm on vacation all week.
You're on vacation.
You're going on vacation.
I'm going on vacation. See if I can get the show pushed out before that happens.
Yeah. You're pretty good about that. So
I am very good.
You got a backlog of videos, so I can take my time sending this one out.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
This won't go up for like a week or so.
No.
All right, then. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Was that a real thing that happened, or what?